Greetings, family. Tonight, Friday night, we'll make some fry bake. I learned this from a lady I was scrolling TikTok and I saw her on TikTok making fry bake and I learned from her. So here it is now. We have I use 2 cups of flour, some baking powder, salt, and I'm supposed to be using yeast, but I don't have no yeast, so I use beer instead. Now, feel safe with the beer because when you use the beer, when it heat up, the alcohol dissolve out of the beer, so it's safe for even kids. So don't worry about that. So then I use water along with the beer, and I need the dough. But you're gonna need it just like when you're needing regular flour to make dumpling, but you're not gonna need it as hard. You're gonna need it to a soft consistency, kind of sticky when it's sticking to your fingers. That's how you want it. You know what I mean? So you're gonna need soft and don't need it too long. And this is the consistency you're looking for. Okay? So then I put it in my bowl and then I put a towel over it, a damp towel over it for about I leave it for an hour because I went out on the street and I came back. So I leave it for about an hour. But you can leave it for less if you don't have much time. I made a mistake and didn't turn on my camera when I was making the first one. So you'll see how I made them now. So this is I'm making the second one now. So you take out a piece of your dough and you form it like that, and you put it on your roll on your cutting board, and you dust your rolling pin with flour and you dust your cutting board also, and then you roll it and press it out, make it flat as you want it, and you turn around and you keep rolling. My cutting board keep moving because it's the small one I'm using, and it's so light, so I just keep moving and pressing. But you know the deal. So anyway, I roll it to the size where I want it, and that was perfect, just like that. Yes. So then the first one that I made, that is it. I give it a turn, and you can see how golden brown it is. So here it is. Now I'm gonna make the third one. So I did overall I made 4 from the amount of dough that I use. Yeah. So the lady that I'm telling you about, she's on TikTok. I want you to go over there, look at her channel, give her a follow. I'll put her name on the screen so you get it, because I don't want to tell it to you and then it's hard for yeah, that's her name on TikTok. Look her up and give her a follow. Yeah, so I just see how I do it again. I roll it with the rolling pin until I get it to a flat, as flat as I want it. Yeah, and I'm gonna make this with saltfish. So I have some saltfish on the stove boiling in the meantime. Yeah, so this is it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the stove and I'm gonna turn over the second one that I made, that I fried. Yeah. See, when you put it to fry, you let it stay until you see start bubble. You see start to rise, then you turn it around. So I boil the saltfish once and I'm gonna boil it a second time, because I like to boil it twice to get rid of some of the salt. I don't like to get rid of all of the salt from my saltfish because I want to taste a salty taste when I'm having it. Yeah. So now the second one is frying on the other side. So now it's fried, so I'm taking it out and I'm gonna have the third one. There you go. Make sure your oil is not too hot but not too hot, because if it's too hot it's gonna burn. I like mine, that color. It's kind of a little dark, so you can make it a little lighter if you want, but I like it when it's dark. Yeah, so that's the 4 that I made. Not perfectly round as a beginner. I'm satisfied with how they came out. Now I'm gonna cut up my seasoning to cook up my saltfish. So I have my onion, scallion, garlic, tomato, and a scotch bonnet pepper. So I'm gonna cut this all up and then fry it up. Yeah, so with the magic of editing, my season's all cut up and thing, and ready to fry up now. Cutting up my pepper, then I'm gonna cut a tomato Slice it up. I dice it up, and I might have to cut it across, and then I dice it up. There you go. All right. So now I reach for my avocado oil and squeeze about maybe 2.5, 3 tablespoonful of oil in the pot, and then I had my seasoning that I cut up. So while the season is being fried up, I clean up my saltfish, pick it up, and I wash it, and then I add it to the seasoning, and I mix it around. There you go. And then I had some whole bay, just for additional flavor, and some black pepper. That's it. So now for the moment of truth. I use a knife to open the bake, as they call it, fry bake. Now she's Guyanese and she's married to a Jamaican, so you follow her channel, you're getting best of both worlds. She's a very good cook. You'll like her presentation, so follow her. Okay, so now I had my saltfish to the bake. Then I'm gonna add a little butter. It's optional, but I saw her put butter on hers, so I'm trying butter on mine also. But I figure it's optional. I mean, if you want to, but yeah, I guess it gives a little moist, a little moist taste, And then moment of truth, bite into it. Wow. Let me tell you something. No more fried dumplings for me. No more fried dumplings. This thing tastes delicious. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna stop eating it. So like I say, for the lady I learned from, spell TAYLORED for fun. Follow her.